Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rio. This is my first YouTube video, actually, to put up talking about a subject matter. And this channel is Alchemy, which, in many words, of course, the definition is change, transformation. You could look up the many definitions of alchemy. But it's on my mind to talk about spiritual development. And, there's a lot of trying events that's happening around us. And usually during bad times, people start thinking about spiritual development, spiritual growth, whatever spiritual system. If they're not spiritual, they tend to try to find something to latch on to help them get through bad times. And, I'm a human being. We all got similar ways of living and seeing the world as far as how we react with a negative environment or a positive environment. Our psychology is kind of hardwired to do certain things. And I want to talk about spiritual development. And I'm not going to get too deep with this, but it came to me and I just wanted to share it. And, that there's many schools of thoughts on spirituality. I'm not coming at it in an aspect of religion or point of view of religion, but I am, I would say, more agnostic views of spirituality as relations to our evolution or de-evolution as human species here. Some people might refer to like the tree of life or those type of maps to show what I'm about to speak on. And like I said, it's going to be a brief video, so I can't get too deep. It's so complex, I don't want to go too deep with it. But that being said, I was thinking about where to start on the path of spiritual development. And I was just thinking, our lifestyle, ever since we was born, ever since we've been children, came out the womb, and start developing a lifestyle that we can actually control, that actually is intertwined in our spiritual development. Regardless of if you go to church or mosque or, you're atheist, whatever you're doing, regardless if you believe in spirit world or not, it's intertwined in your development. I'm using spiritual development because you develop on all levels, either for, it's going to be serving you or not. Your lifestyle dictates that. And I just wanted to say, most of us, all of us, we will tend to be either more magnetic or electric. Electric, magnetic, those terms, the way I'm using them, it can have complex meaning. I would say look it up, look up tree of life, left hand, right hand path, those type things. You'll get what I'm saying. But I'm going to start with more basic stuff like understanding the physical body. It's the body we house our spirits, and is significant in our spiritual development to understand how that works. And that being said, I'm basing my views and what I'm about to speak on my experience, my own experience, my experimentation on myself, as well as just my observation. This is not coming from a book or anything, but it just came from like an enlightenment that just happened. I'm in my 40s, and I've been, on a path over the last, I would say 25 years of refining myself. I've been slipping, I start doing well, fall off, get back on, it ebbs and flows, and like I find myself, the older I get, I find myself, seeking not just knowledge, because I have a lot of knowledge of things, but now it's application of knowledge and trying to find out what should I do now. And I just went back to basics. Go back to your body, get your body straight. Um, and I was thinking about my energy level was low. And I can tell the more meat I eat, the more magnetic I become, the more energy, it takes for me to do something. And I can tell this the older I get, it's like that. And of course, I tried the vegan thing, and I did it for a year, and I can't say my energy levels was high. So just from a physical body standpoint, dealing with spiritual development, I know that the body likes balance. So I know being too much of one or too much of the other is not good. If I'm just a meat eater and eat just very little vegetables, I'm a tend to be. I have muscle, but it's grounded. I'm very magnetic, and my thinking is more grounded. It's more in the material world. I'm more lustful or more. There's nothing wrong with being lustful, sometimes, but I'm more. My senses are duller. I have to see something to get it. When I wasn't on meat, let's say, I could perceive a lot of things. A lot of things I was perceiving, didn't see anything yet. And it's like my empathic abilities was very strong. I could feel people's energy. I had more energy. And I think somewhere in the middle, we have to find that balance in the middle. You need to be grounded, but at the same time, you need to be, your energy level needs to be up. You need to be able to perceive and navigate this world. And I think that is essential to spiritual development, watching what we're eating and making sure our bodies are balanced. And I think that's where it starts. I challenge anybody that may listen to this video, just give that a try. Change your diet. You don't have, before you even dive into books and listen to all these videos, there's a sea of information out there, misinformation and real good information. But this is something you would have a personal experience with. And I think true spiritual development, it starts with your personal experience. A lot of things you have to experience. And it's not something that no one else can validate for you, or you can't validate another person's experience. So I think just starting with that point of decreasing your meat, if you eat a lot of meat, and if you're too magnetic, you find yourself depressed, or you're looking at what's going on in the world, you're too caught up in it, which you need to be. You need to know what's going on, but if you're too caught up in it and you're depressed at what you're seeing, just kind of take a look at your diet, because get your mind out of this heaviness. We need to lighten ourselves up, but still be connected and grounded, that we see what's going on around us. Same if you're like this vegan, and you're just like in the clouds, detached from reality, like escapism. You want to escape this world, and you're off in a haze somewhere. You need to bring it back down. Come back into, ground yourself a little bit more into the reality. Try to seek for balance. Strive for balance. That's the message I'm trying to get out. And I'm not a professional speaker. I don't do a lot of YouTube videos. Maybe I'll start doing them, but I do have a lot on my mind, a lot on my spirit to share. And maybe this information might touch someone, just spark an idea in them, and get you started in the right direction. That's truly my reason for doing this. Again, I'm going to be putting up other videos. Just want to put this out. YouTube is up here. I'm a very private person. I normally don't post this type of thing, but it came to me to do that. Start with your diet, and it sounds boring. It sounds like, yeah, but I think that's very essential. Balancing your body first. Then from there, it's a foundation you're building. I mean, we're in a physical body. I think it's very important for us to do that. Take care of our bodies. Watch what we're eating. Watch what we're listening to. Watch the messages we're receiving. Watch the conversations we're having. Watch what environments we're in. I mean, all of that is part of us, our diet. It's not just the food, it's everything. And if it's things that's very magnetic, that pulls you down, you got too much of that in your life, you need to free up from it. Same if you don't have enough grounding in your life, you need to add some to your life and then come back. If you're on psychedelics, you're too much off into that, kind of like ease up on that, just get grounded, come back to earth, because this is where we're here. We're here for a reason, and running from it is not the answer. But I don't have all the answers, but this came to me. And like I said, my experience, I know changing that diet will have an effect on everything. So just start there. Until next time, peace.